The Simendo Skills Competition is an annual event where laparoscopic trainees can globally compete against each other. This is possible because all Simendo simulators are connected with each other through the online platform mysimendo.com. mysimendo.com is the first online platform used for surgical simulators and is still considered the most sophisticated and user-friendly platform that is currently on the market. Every year, Simendo develops a challenging exercise with increasing difficulty, especially for the competition. Any laparoscopic trainee that is linked to a hospital or institute that uses Simendo can join. This year, more than 10 countries joined, with over 100 trainees competing. The need for this competition is to get the trainees to the simulator and create more training hours while the teachers don't have to push the trainees to go and do the training. Just another reason why this is such a popular product among surgical trainees and skills centers. In the next couple of minutes, the winners of the last competition will tell about their victory.
I'm Gavin, and I ended up as third place in the Simendo Skills Competition.
I'm Merel, I ended up in the second place.
And I'm Andre, I got first place. Gavin had a trick, so there's an exercise where you're supposed to coagulate through a ball, and you're supposed to find a spot within the ball, but you don't know where the spot is. He tried to teach me that. He tried to coach me through the trick, but I've never managed to make it work.
To be fair, I think the best trick I had was that my two colleagues were here as well. We were very competitive, but we also helped each other. That we told each other how we solved it and tried to teach each other how to solve it as well. What I did was not touch that thread, of course, but I would mark the top, mark the front, because I found out that the spot is always on the back. So now I know where the top is and the front is. I could turn it around and keep track of where I am. And that would mean normally, there we go, that it should be here. Normally I would pay attention at the thread, but right now I just want to show that it's here.
So what I did for this level is I approached the two squares and pulled it towards me so that it wasn't as much in the ropes anymore. And I had less difficulty in coagulating the orange line to get to the yellow spots. And in doing so, I made it much easier for myself, and I think it made it less difficult in a way that I wasn't able to make as much mistakes as I could have been making if I left it in the place that the Simendo competition placed it. So it's easier to, in this case, make your own situation.
I also noticed it started to go a lot better once one of them told me, hey, if you put down the console, you can sit down while you're doing it. I noticed that helped quite a bit.
Take your time. Take your time is one of the most important things, because if you're stressed or if you're hurried, then your intent of making mistakes.
How quickly you do the exercises is actually not really that important. It's something you're graded on, but it's a lot less important than, for instance, the amount of errors you make. And that's a very good analogy for real surgery, where it's also much more important to not make an error than to have a fast operating time.
Make it easy for yourself. So if you have a target object, move the target object to yourself. Make it the most easy for yourself. Ask colleagues, because we learn from one another, and that's how we did it, and that's how we got the top 3, I think, in sharing our different tips and tricks and in showing our colleagues in how we attacked a problem and learning from one another.